In today's video, I'll be walking you through the Etihad Cabin Crew Online Assessment step by step. As promised, this is going to be a detailed video. I will share the questions asked in the video assessment. There will be 6 parts. I will explain what to expect in each part, and the tips to help you ace each part. So, make sure to watch to the very end, so you don't miss out. I've invested so much effort and time to make sure it's perfect, accurate, and truly helpful for you. Everything I share here has been carefully confirmed so you can trust that it's exactly what to expect in the assessment. I also want to apologize to those of you who had to complete the assessment before I could release this guide, and especially to those who had to submit within the 72-hour deadline. I took some extra time to confirm and verify everything, so you can be sure that what I'm sharing here is accurate and exactly what to expect. And this is the latest process, and I'm going to break it down in detail so you know exactly what to expect once you receive the link. Let's dive right in. So, once you receive the link and get started, the very first thing you'll be directed to is the HireVue platform. Before we start, I want to say this clearly. In this video, I'll be sharing every detail of the Etihad online assessment step by step, right up to the very end. So please make sure you watch until the last minute, because if you skip, you will definitely miss out on something important. I sometimes explain something in detail and still get questions in the comments that make me wonder, did you really watch the whole video? So stay with me, because there are tips here you won't want to miss. Here, the first requirement is to accept the consent to data processing. This is mandatory. Without accepting it, you can't move forward. After that, you'll see a short introduction to Etihad with a few things to know. Take a moment to read and watch them, then click Next or Continue. Now, before anything else, you'll be asked to set up your video and audio. For the camera, select whether you're using the front or back camera. For the microphone, choose whether you're using your speaker or a Bluetooth headset. And here's a really important part. Before you click Continue, Etihad gives you the option to practice recording. Use this time to check if your camera is clear, if your full body is visible, and just make sure everything looks good. Once you're all set, click Continue. Now comes the first actual video question. The question is, please state your height, then tell us about your work experience and what inspired you to apply to Etihad. Before answering, you'll see a short video explaining what's expected from you. Watch that first so you're clear. Super important, make sure you show yourself from head to toe in this question, and don't forget to actually say your height. When you're ready, click Respond and start recording. In as much as you have the chance to replay and re-record as many times as you want, don't overdo it. Don't try to be perfect because you might end up getting more nervous. Sometimes your first recording could actually be better than the later ones. The good thing? For this first section, you have the option to replay and re-record as many times as you want. There's no time limit here. So take your time, record until you're satisfied, and then click Next. The next part is the second part. You will have 4 questions to submit. Here you can be seated or stand, but I prefer you be seated. But either way, you are good to go. Here you'll see some instructions before you get started. Set aside approximately 60 minutes. Find a quiet place free from distractions. Be genuine and honest in your responses. We want to hear from the real you, your ideas, experiences, and personality. Please do not use AI tools or external help to complete this assessment. Your responses will be checked for originality and consistency. You may be asked to discuss them later in the recruitment process. Now this part has 4 questions. It should take around 10 minutes, but you can take longer if you need to. Again, there is an option to re-record and replay your answers. Here are the questions. The first question is, describe a time when you needed to establish a connection quickly with someone at work, school, or university. How did you do it, and what steps did you take to build that relationship? The second question is, please give an example of a time you witnessed an individual not following established rules, policies, procedures, or safety protocols. What actions did you take and what were the results? The third question is, tell us about a situation where you effectively handled a dissatisfied guest in a thoughtful and courteous manner. Please describe the situation, your actions, and the outcome. And finally, the fourth question is, at Etihad, we value individuals who are driven, purposeful, and always looking ahead. Can you tell us about a time when you were excited to pursue a new opportunity or challenge? What motivated you to go after it? And how did that experience lead you to apply for this role at Etihad? Quick pause here, just to be clear, this video is not sponsored by Etihad and I'm not a recruiter. I am just your friend. I create these videos to genuinely help you prepare, and honestly, it takes a lot of time and effort to put them together. I also noticed that most of the people who watch my videos regularly aren't actually subscribed. So, if you're enjoying what you're learning and finding it useful, supporting the channel with a simple subscribe and really helps me to keep making more content like this for you. The next stage, which is the third part, it is about how to handle work challenges. For this Handle Work Challenges section, the instructions say, in this role, you'll face unique moments that require calm, care, and quick thinking to support our guests. This short exercise will show you real-life scenarios you might experience. For each one, select the responses that feel most and least like how you'd respond in a similar situation. For this part of the Etihad assessment, you'll be given a scenario with several possible responses, and you'll need to select which one is most like you and which one is least like you. So it's really testing your judgment and how you'd act as cabin crew under pressure. So to pass this part, you will have to think like cabin crew, always put safety first, while still showing empathy and professionalism. Balance service and rules. Show you care about the passengers' concerns, but never compromise safety regulations or delay the flight. De-escalation. Choose responses where you remain calm, polite, and reassuring instead of defensive or dismissive. Time sensitivity. Remember, flights can't be delayed. Solutions should be practical and quick. Now let me help you understand most and least. For most like you, choose the option where you politely explain the safety policy, show empathy, and offer solutions. For least like you, choose the option where you argue, ignore the passenger, or hold up departure unnecessarily. In this part, you'll get 8 questions in this section. Just go through them, pick the answers that match your natural style best, and then click Next. After that, we move on to Know Your Flight, which will be the fourth part. The instructions here are, a key part of this role is being able to use available information to make confident and safe decisions for our guests. This quick exercise is designed to see how accurately and efficiently you can work with the information provided. Aim to complete it as quickly as you can, but accuracy is just as important. You'll have a resource to refer to when answering the questions. Here, there are 6 questions. The expected time is about 8 minutes, but again, you can take longer if you need to. In this part of the assessment, you'll get simple math and resource-based questions. For example, you may need to calculate the total price of items a passenger requests by checking a menu card or price list provided in the resources. Read resources carefully. Prices will be in the material provided. Don't assume, always double-check. They're testing if you can handle quick, practical calculations while multitasking, just like on board. Jot down quick notes to avoid mistakes. Double-check totals. Add carefully. Small errors can cost points. Think like cabin crew. Accuracy matters because you're handling money and service items. Next up is Tell Us Your Story. This is the 5th stage. This part has 20 questions, and the instructions say, every cabin crew member's story adds something special to the way we look after our guests. This short section asks about your background and experiences that have shaped you. If you're just starting out, think about your education, activities, or life moments that show your strengths. We look forward to learning more about you. For this part, the airline wants to know your commitment level. Cabin crew training is expensive, so they prefer candidates who see themselves staying long-term, not just for a few months. Make sure your choice of answers show commitment. Always lean towards the longer options, that is 2 to 5 years, 5 to 10 years, or more than 10. Be realistic but loyal. You don't need to say forever, but avoid short-term answers like 6 months or 1 year. Think like recruiters. They invest a lot in training, accommodation, and uniforms, so they want stability. Finally, the last section is Describe Your Approach. Here are the instructions. At Etihad, how you approach each guest and every situation makes all the difference. This short exercise will help us understand your working style. For each pair of statements, choose the one that describes how you naturally respond at work. Please focus on how you interact with guests and colleagues, not personal situations. This section has 39 questions. The expected time is 4 minutes, but again, you can take longer. In this part, you'll be shown 2 statements and asked to rate which one is more like you. The key is to show teamwork, empathy, flexibility, and a positive attitude, because that's what airlines value in cabin crew. Go for empathy over ego, for example. When I disagree with people, I try to see things from their point of view is better than insisting on your own. Choose teamwork over independence. Cabin crew work in teams, so I prefer to collaborate with others should be stronger than. I prefer to work on my own. Choose flexibility. It's okay if you somewhat enjoy working on your own, but your answers should mostly lean toward collaboration and people orientation. Consistency also matters. They'll ask similar questions in different forms to check if you're consistent. Try to keep your answers aligned, and please try leaning toward teamwork, empathy, and service mindset. Use most when the option clearly fits cabin crew values, that is teamwork, empathy, and collaboration. Use somewhat when it's about independence or being too forceful. In this video, I've walked you through the exact structure of the Etihad online assessment, so now you already know what to expect. To make your preparation even easier, I'll be sharing screenshots of the actual questions on my Telegram and WhatsApp channels. That way, you can practice directly with the real format. If you found this video helpful, don't miss out. Join the channels right now and get access to all the screenshots and resources that will give you the confidence to perform at your best. And that's it. That's the full Etihad Cabin Crew online assessment broken down for you step by step. Hopefully, this gives you a clear picture of what to expect and how to prepare. Thank you for watching to this very end. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with anyone preparing for the Etihad assessment. And, in case no one told you today, I believe in you. Becoming cabin crew is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. But remember, if others have made it, you can too. I'm truly rooting for you, and I know you have what it takes to succeed.